Hey guys, today we're going to be breaking down free-to-play Blue BOJACK, and we got some new equipment to talk about as well. This data download today was super late, so I actually couldn't even record this until pretty late, so this is going up late, of course. But I have not looked at BOJACK's kit, and I have not looked at the equipment, even though I've already farmed up the equipment. So let's take a look and see what we got with this blue free-to-play BOJACK. He is a melee-type character. We got to take away 13,000 stats from the arts boost system here. So, you know, 261 is pretty solid for a strike attack. It's not bad. 261 strike. Blast is pretty bad, 249, but that's whatever. And then defenses, he's going to be just above 170, which is kind of typical, I guess, for free-to-play characters. So nothing really out of the ordinary there with the stats. Strike attack is actually looking pretty solid. All right, so he's on movies, powerful opponent, and that's it. So, interesting. Strike and blast, normal. Blue is the Grand Smasher, massive damage, 30% to special move damage for 3 counts. Inflicts enemy with minus 30% to health restoration for 30 counts. Sure, nothing crazy. Green card is a stop time, 15% health, 50 key. Shortens sub count by 3 to self for 20 counts. Nullifies key reduction effects and shortens ally sub count by 2. You couldn't have drawn a card on this, huh? Alright, yeah, it's just, again, nothing special so far. Main ability is Chaotic Tyrant. Draws a strike next. Heals by 25%, gets 50 key, 30% to permanent damage, minus 5 to strike arts cost, which is permanent as well. And then 100% to the next strike arts damage inflicted. Okay, so he actually gets a lot of damage from this. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Z ability, 33% to movies, event exclusive, or powerful opponent strike and blast attack, double offense. 15% to damage inflicted against hybrids. Okay. Red hybrids is, I guess, what this guy's going to be good against. I mean, Red Beast is not really that prominent anymore. Other than that, I mean, no one's running Pan, so not really any insane red hybrids right now, but even against just like Ultimate Gohan, this should be pretty good. 90% damage, 70% reduced damage received, 50% key recovery, card draw speed. Okay, decent base there. Falling effects occur when this character enters the battlefield, draws 1 card, restores own key by 20, 80% damage. Okay, it's, you know, 170%. Shortens ally sub count by 1. Applies the following effects to self according to the number of remaining battle members. 3 battle members increases card draw speed, so he's actually getting double card draw speed when you have 2 or 3 members alive for a short period of time, because he's already getting level 1 here. All right, now we're really looking for cover null somewhere. Shortens ally sub count by 3 when enemy activates an ultimate arts, awakened arts, or rising rush while this character's on the battlefield. Okay, that could be good if you're running this guy next to like Golden Frieza, which I am. So, applies the following effects to self every time this character uses a strike or a blast arts card. 5 key, 15% damage for 3 counts. That is very short. And then 50% key recovery for 3 counts. Yeah, that could have been a little longer. Applies the following effects to self according to the number of remaining battle members every time another battle member is hit with an enemy's arts attack. Okay. 3 battle members, 25% damage up for to 15 timer counts up to 50%. And then there's cover null. So he has the Red Beast effect, where he gains cover null when allies are hit by attacks. And then 2 battle members. So this guy's just much stronger when you have a full team, because he's getting longer card draw speed and he's getting more damage. I don't know. Whenever your team is hit by arts cards, he gets a cover null. We'll see. Could be good with like blast armor. Following effects occur when enemy switches characters while this character is on the battlefield. Actually, let me just see this. Yeah, so it says every time another battle member, so it doesn't include himself in there. Following effects occur when enemy switches characters while this character in the battlefield. Randomly draws 1 new card, restores on health by 5% and key by 30. Okay. Activation count resets. Shortens ally sub count by 1. 15% damage inflicted by allied movies, event exclusive, or powerful opponent. That's when the character switches while this guy's in the battlefield. He couldn't have just given support baseline. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This guy doesn't seem that good. This guy doesn't seem that good. He's probably going to be similar to like the yellow Goku, honestly. I don't really see this guy being anything special, but we will see. It gets a lot of card draw speed, but I don't know if that's going to be too great against Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So, this is the team I'm going to be using for him, by the way. I'm going to get him up to 9 stars so I can use the equipment from the event. Let's take a look at some equips. So if we go, yeah, we should probably just take a look at this. I haven't even looked at this yet. This is Purple Turles' unique equipment. There is essentially nothing they can do to make this good enough, but let's take a look anyway. 15% health and 80% to base stats in slot 1. Slot 2 is 90% damage, 40% sustained damage cut, 15% health restoration, 70% to Ki recovery, and then 30% blast damage. Talk about a crazy equipment slot. Look at that slot too. Look at that. That's insane right there, but it's definitely not enough, unfortunately. Slot 3 applies the following effects to self when this character uses a special arts. Increases arts card draw speed level by 1. Okay, so he's getting permanent card draw speed when you first use a green card. He's getting 50 Ki, and then he's getting cover null for 10 counts. And then randomly draws at most 4 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards every time a special arts card is drawn while this character's in the battlefield. So there is an effect. Maybe I should pull this guy up, actually. Let me pull up Purple Turles so I can explain this. There is an effect on his green card where he actually draws another green card, so you can like infinitely combo this. 1 to 4 of the following effects also occur randomly. Draws a special arts card next, right? So he can technically infinitely chain this green card into itself. So I think they're really banking on that with the equipment, but again, it seems like he's going to be very snowball-y, and I don't know how well that is going to fare against Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So we'll see. He's kind of just like a meme fun character, nothing competitive or anything like that. All right, and then I believe there is a unique equipment as well. Let's go to the archive. Should be a new co-op equip because the last co-op season was only for 1 week. Yeah, this one right here. Sagas from the movies. Okay, pretty big set of characters can use this. Slot 1 is special move damage up to 10%. Slot 2 is 25% base blast defense. Slot 3 is 25% base strike defense. And then you are going to be getting 10% to pure blast and strike when you have a full movies team. This is a very good equipment, and the reason why is because it's not doing anything like, oh my god, the effects on this equipment are ridiculous. It's because it's really easy to get all these conditions, right? As long as you're running a full movies team, you're going to have you're going to have everything from this equipment active. You're going to be getting 25% to base defenses, 10% to pure offenses for both, and then 10% special move damage. That's good. I can't really complain about this. This is a pretty solid equipment. This is honestly what the co-op equipments I think should look like more often than not. Instead of there being like really, really stringent conditions in terms of like, okay, you gotta have a regen character, and then you also gotta have a movies character, and they gotta be powerful opponent, and it's gotta be Tuesday, and it's gotta be raining, and then you also have to be running exactly 2 red characters. Like, just make them simple. This one is simple, and I think it's effective because it is simple like this. So this is a very good equip. I would highly recommend you guys farm 3 of these. This is going to be a good one. And I believe that is it. I don't think there's anything else. So there is this, but this is already an existing equip. This is available from the current BOJACK event. This is the 3rd equip I'm going to be using on him. But keep in mind, because I get a lot of questions about this actually. Remember, these free equips require that the characters be above a certain amount of stars. So if you don't have BOJACK to 9 stars, you're not going to be able to equip this. But I mean, to be fair, he's free, so it doesn't really matter in this instance. So just as a reminder, you need to have him at 9 stars to use that. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. There's new. This is where the Turles equip was. Yeah, look how long it's been since we've gotten one of these. The last one was for Blue Cooler. That's a long time. Blue Cooler during the Powerful Opponent campaign. This was before Golden Frieza even dropped. This is like March. We're now in, it's like 6 months, it's half a year ago we got this. I thought we were in the clear. I thought we didn't have to deal with these anymore, but nope. Turles gets his equip here. There's no Awakened equip this week because Rush hasn't reset. I just haven't farmed this yet. I don't think it's special enough, but I'll farm it when we get into Bonanza probably. Okay, so there we go. That is going to be this week's update. Nothing insane. By the way, I think... Let me actually just check. When does this event go away? When does this co-op go away? It doesn't even say. Let me see if it says in the news here. We have a limit break banner coming up until the 8th. Yeah, that makes sense. So until the 8th, which is Sunday. Yeah, okay. So the reason why I'm looking at all these things is because I'm just trying to figure out when the banner is going to be, and I think we already know this. This is until the 25th. Okay, this is actually, I don't think this matters at all. 25th. So typically when we take a look at the Sparking Limit Break banner, this gives us an indication as to when the next banner is going to be dropping. So this banner comes out today. I think it's actually already live. And then it goes away on the 8th. So this banner goes away on the 8th, which means you can summon until the 8th. And that means that you're actually going to be able to exchange the coins, these Limit Break coins, up until the weekend, right? The 15th, I guess, because they usually only last for a week, I think. Let me check when the exchange shop goes away, actually. Sparking Limit Break. This goes away on the... Oh, no, it goes away on the 11th. The 11th, huh? Right as reset happens. Okay. This actually makes me a bit less sure of when the banner is going to drop. I was thinking the banner was going to drop on the 18th, which is when PvP season ends. The current PvP season. They made this PvP season 3 weeks, and I don't think there's really a reason for them to make the PvP season for 3 weeks. This is my Turus team, by the way. I don't think they're really going to make... There's no reason for them to make this PvP season 3 weeks unless they're just planning on lining up the release of a new PvP season with the next release. So I thought this PvP season was going to be lined up with the next banner, which is the 18th. You can see up here it's a 3-week PvP season for whatever reason. But now that the Sparking Limit Break banner exchange shop goes away on the 11th, I don't know. It's tough. This banner could be dropping on like the weekend, maybe. So this is a weird month because typically they drop the LF banner or the Ultra banner in the middle of the month, either like close to the 15th or the second week of the month. But next reset this week is the 11th, and then the reset after that is the 18th. So it's kind of like early or late depending on how you look at it. So I think there's three. This isn't really gonna narrow it down anywhere. But there's really 3 possible landing spots for the next banner, which I would presume is an Ultra character because we're due for an Ultra character at this point. Could be another LF. I think it's possible. We just get 2 LFs to celebration, similar to the GT celebration. But whatever the next banner is going to be, whether it's an Ultra banner or an LF banner, it's either going to be the 11th, which is next reset. It's going to be the 18th, which is 2 weeks from now on 2 resets. Or it could actually drop on the weekend, either the 14th or the 15th. Because they've done that before, and that more so fits in with like the middle of the month scheduling. I think after looking at this, I actually will assume the banner is dropping on the 11th, which is when this goes away, because that's typically when they plan new characters to drop. They plan them basically to drop right as this shop expires. So I'm gonna say my number 1 choice for when the Ultra's dropping. I'm assuming it's gonna be an Ultra, but. Is the 11th next week, so literally a week from today. But it could also be the 18th, and very slight chance it could be the weekend in between. So we will see. Let me know what you guys think of free-to-play BOJACK and the new equipment for Turles and the new co-op equipment. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.